Schmitz Insurance started actually by my grandfather in the Depression, and he was a cattle buyer and then started doing the farm insurance from there. Later on, my dad took over in the 50s, and in the 70s I joined him in the agency. So it's the third generation in the business, and so we have lots of experience and lots of rich history in this area. It does put a lot more, I think, responsibility on us because we have a long reputation to keep up. I mean, as far as fairness and honesty and treating the customer right, that's very important because we live here, we're from the area, so we value that pretty highly. When I started in the business, I wanted to learn everything I could about it, and so I joined the Certified Insurance Counselor program. I was actually one of the first in the state to get that designation, and what it is it requires pretty intensive training to begin with. You've got to go through 5 different sections and pass a rigorous exam, and then it has a continuing education requirement. So every year there's 20 hours of continuing education that you have to attend. A lot of people will hear ads for this company or that company saying, you know, they'll save this much or that much. But a lot of times those ads are for companies that either don't have a local agent or the agent that's here only represents that one company. So if you don't fit them, they're still going to try and sell you that policy because that's all they have to sell. Whereas in our office, we have dozens of companies and we put them in the computer. We put all the coverages in there, apples for apples, dollars for dollars, and then we can compare all the companies and find the best one for you. So we're not stuck with one company. You can actually, with one stop, shop the equivalent of several companies. It's not just all about rates, but you want to make sure that you have the right coverage. You might have the best rate in the world, but if you have a loss and it's not covered, that's going to cost you a lot more than the few dollars you might save 1 year on a premium. So we focus more on protecting people from the losses, and you know, with the breadth of companies we have, we can always find a good rate, but we want to make sure we have the right coverage too. Our start was with farm insurance, and we're still very strong in the farm market, where a lot of other agencies have kind of fallen off in that area. We still have very good focus on the farm market. And farmers do have a lot of different needs, although very similar to a normal business, but just it helps to have an agent like ourselves who understands the terminology, you know, that knows, you know, what a plow is and what a cultivator is, and knows which end of the cow is up and which is down. So you want an agent that is familiar with that. Insurance is a complicated business, and people generally are uncomfortable with the technical aspects of it. And so I think when you're going to buy insurance, an important thing is you want somebody that you can trust. You don't want to learn everything about insurance, and that's my job, to know everything about insurance. And you can trust me that I will make it in a form that you can follow along with, and I can take care of the technical aspects for you, so that you can trust that I'm not just selling you something to get you out of the door quickly, but making sure that it's what meets your needs. So that's why we say we're your friend in the insurance business.